Hello and welcome to TLDR on Your Shot, where we address the questions everyone's asking and we make it crisp and fast. I'm Deepavali and with me is my colleague Garima.
Thank you, Deepavali.
So it's that time of the year again when most parts of India, but particularly the north and northwest, witness excruciating heat. Tuesday was Delhi's first heatwave day of this month, and more are likely to follow. Forecasts say that El Nino conditions are strengthening and its effects will bear fruit in the coming months. What can we expect from this summer season? Will it be unusual? And if so, why? Let's address all your questions now. Over to you, Garima.
Yeah, so several parts of India are baking under a heat wave, and today the daytime temperatures soared above seasonal norms in most cities. And the national capital, New Delhi, itself witnessed 42 to 44 degrees Celsius daytime temperature. And similarly, cities like Ahmedabad, Nagpur, Jaipur, and Lucknow are also witnessing temperatures above 41 degrees Celsius till 43 degrees during the day. And many parts of North India saw even worse situation. In Uttar Pradesh, Banda district, daytime temperature was recorded at 47.6 degrees Celsius for second day straight. And similar brutal heat conditions were recorded in Maharashtra's Vidarbha district also. However, coastal cities remained relatively cooler, thankfully. But Hyderabad and Chennai and Kolkata, they also reported temperatures in high 30s. But the problem is the worst is yet to come as per the IMD's forecast. So IMD has predicted that heat wave to severe heat wave conditions that will last several days are yet to come. So, and the temperature is likely to go many degrees above seasonal normal this summer. So, and among several other factors, El Nino is said to be the key player behind this excessive heat. And so basically El Nino is a weather condition that develops in equatorial Pacific region and brings periods of unusually warm weather.
Right, so we will come to that in a bit, but first let me tell you what exactly a heat wave is. Now, hot summers are common in this season, but a heat wave is a bit of a specific condition. It occurs when the maximum temperature of a place gets at least 5 degrees Celsius higher than normal, and this condition is reached at least 2 days in succession. That is then declared to be a heat wave. If the temperature gets warmer than normal by 7 degrees Celsius, then a severe heat wave is declared. Also, a heat wave in the plains and the hills are categorized differently. There are, of course, different thresholds and benchmarks for, a season of a heat wave to be declared in these regions. The heat waves are generally experienced between March and June and rarely at other times, but there was once in 2023 February when a heat wave had occurred. And that's an unusual month for heat waves in India. Two regions where heat waves are common in India are, one is the northwestern and central part that's extending into Bihar and Jharkhand. That's known as the core heat wave zone. And two is the eastern coast comprising Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. But the physical mechanisms that cause a heat wave in these two regions are, of course, different.
Yeah, right. But a lot of people are still they want to know why these elevated temperatures North India and Central India are witnessing. So April and May experience high temperatures in general across India due to more solar radiation, formation of low pressure heat zones in western states like Rajasthan and neighboring Pakistan, and of course the dry continental winds. But the intensity with which India witnesses heat wave is a result of both domestic and global factors. On the domestic front, the urban heat island effect is what is impacting the metro in cities more. So we know that we are living in a concrete jungle. Hence, cities and metropolitan areas witness much more hotter temperatures, sometimes even 10 degrees Celsius above than surrounding rural areas. And this is primarily because in cities, vegetation and green cover has been replaced by steel, glass, and concrete structures that absorb so much heat. So these structures, they heat up during the afternoon, and at night also they start releasing heat. So even the nights don't get cooler like in rural areas because of the plantation and green cover.
Right.
And of course, our architecture has changed so much. Initially, it used to be according to the region, what will suit the climate. So now everyone has been building concrete and glass buildings, which is not suitable for Indian weather, Indian climate. And so it absorbs a lot of heat during the day, releases it during the night. So it keeps day and night both very warm.
Right.
And with so many structures and rampant urbanization, greenery has also reduced a lot in metro areas. And of course, the gases that are released by the cars and the ACs. So it adds to the temperature. It definitely increases the city temperature by 3 to 4 degrees Celsius.
I know.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, apart from that, on the weather front, lower than usual pre monsoon rainfall is also causing this heat wave to, you know, uh, stay for this long
Right.
in the region. And of course, the El Nino effect, which brings warm weather, and the terrible heat wave of 2024, which took so many lives, was also driven by El Nino. And the IMD has predicted that El Nino conditions will last this year too, and it can impact the monsoon rainfall in India.
Now let's address what the rest of the summer season is going to look like. The bad news is that the rest of the summer is expected to be brutal because some of the global factors that are influencing this condition, besides what you just mentioned, the more localized urban heat island effect, besides that, you also told us it's an El Nino year. So let me elaborate on that. Data modeling by World Meteorological Organization has indicated that there's a high probability of El Nino this year, and it will establish itself between May and August. El Nino is a climatic pattern that develops in the Pacific Ocean that dictates the weather worldwide. Now, another pattern that predicts severe cold season is La Nina. El Nino and La Nina mean little boy and little girl in Spanish. A little boy basically predicts warm weather, and little girl predicts the opposite, that's cold weather. These climate conditions are linked to the Pacific Ocean, and when its waters are warmer or colder than average due to some complex climatic patterns, we get an El Nino or La Nina. And these appear every few years. It's like it keeps swinging between El Nino and La Nina. We can predict both of these with some confidence, but uncertainty remains as it does with predicting conditions, in any weather condition. So in an El Nino year, we can expect high temperatures and low rainfall or drought-like conditions even. And the intensity and frequency of heat waves also rises. The IMD has already released a statement warning that 2026 southwest monsoon is, I'm quoting, most likely to be below normal, 90 to 95% of the long period average, and that seasonal rainfall over the country as a whole is likely to be 92%, 5% variation of the long period average. However, monsoon onset over Kerala is expected by May 26th, but experts are saying that it's likely to be weak. Still, from this, we can't really draw conclusions on the, what El Nino's impact will be on the monsoon. In the past, there were similar conditions, but they did not have the kind of outcome that was predicted. So that's about it. Garima, can you tell us whether we are equipped to face these challenges?
Definitely, this intense heat has, led to very high power demand in the country. So, due to the intense heat, India's peak power demand has touched 260.5 gigawatts at 3:40 p.m. yesterday. So, the heat wave conditions have led to a sharp rise in electricity consumption. Of course, people are using fan, AC, coolers, everything that is possible. And the rise comes even before the peak summer month of June. So, this is concerning. The peak demand recorded is still lower than the projected 271 gigawatts for the season. But we should also know that this is just the beginning. A government official has claimed that the government is prepared for a peak demand situation of up to 280 gigawatts. But if we are witnessing consumption of above 260 gigawatts today, then in coming days it will only increase. So it is tough to say whether we are prepared for it. But the government officials claim so. So I think we should believe them for now. I think that is the best we can do.
Right.
So, but thankfully, India is now generating a lot of green energy too, which is helping us meet our power demands. And as per the prediction, the monsoon will not hit India before mid-June. So, this is concerning that how much more consumption we'll do in the coming days. So, yeah, whatever the power ministry officials are claiming, but if the consumption goes beyond that, then I don't think we are very well equipped for such power demands.
And it's a year of uncertain energy supply. However, the government should have resources in place to cater to the peak energy demands of summer season. Now, let's turn to some of the do's and don'ts during a heat wave. So the thing with heat waves is that the focus is on day temperatures as they do reach record-breaking highs, but nights are also exceedingly uncomfortable and they cause distress, so precautions should be taken round the clock. So first, what you should be doing. Drink sufficient water even if you're not thirsty. Use ORS and consume homemade drinks like anything, lemon water, buttermilk, that's chas basically, fruit juices, etc. Eat seasonal fruits and vegetables, wear loose cotton garments, preferably wear light colors, use umbrella, hat or anything to cover your head. Some of the don'ts would be make sure you're not going out barefoot, avoid cooking during peak summer hours, avoid alcohol, tea, coffee and carbonated soft drinks or anything with a large amount of sugar, avoid high protein food and do not eat stale food. Obviously, do not leave children or pets inside parked vehicles that can be exceedingly dangerous.
So we hope we have covered everything you want to know on this subject. That was all from us. We will see you on the next episode of TLDR at Earshot. Goodbye and take care.
You are listening to Earshot Podcasts. Find us on our website, earshot.in, on YouTube at Earshot Media, and download our app, Earshot, Indian Podcast app.